In this video, I'm going to show you how you can perform the single arm kettlebell clean. In the previous video, I talked about how you can perform the beginner version of the single arm kettlebell clean. You can watch it by clicking on this link. In order to execute the single arm kettlebell clean, you first need to learn how to hike a bell. So, for you to hike a bell, you shouldn't be standing on top of the kettlebell because you will not have this launch pad to be able to swing the bell between your legs. And second, you don't want to be too far away from the bell, otherwise you will lose the posture and your shoulder will not be connected to your body. You need to be standing at a distance away from the bell, so when you hinge back, keeping your hips above your knees and under your shoulders, when you tilt the bell, you need to feel your shoulder is still connected with your body, and you need to feel your lats engaged. At the same time, you need to keep your shoulder square. And from here, you pull the bell between your arm, or your arm should be touching the higher groin of your legs. So this is how you perform a hike, a kettlebell hike. So once you master the kettlebell hike, here are a few points that you need to pay attention to while performing the single arm kettlebell clean. So when you hike the kettlebell from here, you need to snap your hips at the same time, pull the kettlebell up in a motion as if you are wearing a jacket and you're zipping this jacket up, while keeping your elbow rubbing off your rib cage. You don't want to be your elbow away from the rib cage, otherwise the kettlebell will bang on your forearm. So I snap my hips, I zip my jacket, I keep my elbow rubbing on my rib cage. At the same time, I need to loosen up my hand so the kettlebell handle rotates within my hand. And the final step that you need to pay attention to is when the kettlebell reaches this position, you need to spear up your hand within the handle and let it sit on your forearm. Let's do it together. Hinge back, hips above my knee, under my shoulders. My shoulders are square, my lats are engaged. I hike. So this is how you perform the single arm kettlebell clean. Now let's put it back on the floor. Again, you need to give the kettlebell a kick while keeping your elbow rubbing on your rib cage, and while you need to bring it back between your feet, between your legs, and then hinge back and put it back on the floor. So let's do it. Let's put it back in slow motion. I give a small kick, push to the kettlebell. I let it go while keeping my elbow close to rubbing on my rib cage. I let it pass between my legs and I hinge back, and then I put it back on the floor. Once you master hiking the bell, cleaning it and putting it back on the floor, now you're ready to start training with the kettlebell clean as a full exercise, as a continuous exercise. So from here, we're gonna hike the bell, rack it, and now we're gonna continuously train with the kettlebell clean as an exercise. You just need to pay attention to one thing that I haven't mentioned this before, is when you let the bell go, you need to make sure that your arm is fully extended when the bell is behind you. Once you master cleaning one bell, you can move on to train with two kettlebells, or to clean two kettlebells at the same time. It's exactly the same. I'm just going to demo it here for you. And now you can continuously train and use double kettlebell clean as an exercise. Before I introduce the next video in this free kettlebell course, I have a question for you. Have you ever tried to do kettlebell cleans in the past? If yes, what was your experience? Have you faced any difficulties? Do you think the content of this video will help you to overcome these difficulties? Let me know in the comment section below. In the next video in this free kettlebell course, I'll be going over the kettlebell swing. But before that, make sure to like the video if you really like the content of this video. Share it with your friends if you think they would be interested in training with kettlebells. And finally, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon if you want to get notified when I post the upcoming video. See you soon.